All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dublin Celtic Tigers. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. On play action, it's Mahomes. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Boy, an aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate, but that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now on first, Dixon again. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. On second and 11 now. Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Eagles coming up here on a third and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Wentz now to throw. Going deep downfield for... He's got it at the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. They give him a gain of 38. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
A little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha. That was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
Rolling to his left. And he will find his man on the outside. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
64, weak. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 40-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Yellow. Under 10. Under 10. Hey, 15.
Mahomes now to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Wentz. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Here we go. Waiting.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
On first down, Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Wentz again. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. On first down, they go with Dixon. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On 2nd down, it's Dixon. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 3rd down, here's Dixon. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down now, it's Hubbard. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And a huge play that time. 67 yards on the ground. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A gain of 32 that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
82. Go.
Get that ball. Get that ball.
Here we go.
Wentz now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
74. Hang in there now. Push it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. That is incomplete.
Wentz's pass thrown away and incomplete. It's
The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Wentz to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
A run by Dixon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And an alley to run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Mahomes to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Crawford. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step and utilizing this position, he's actually utilized more of a scat back in this spot because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Mahomes now on first down. They complete it to Hill. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
That's it. That's it. Big hit.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way down there.
Their own 17-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. 3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And now off to the races, down the right side. And touchdown! Tyreek Hill, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. He's going to air one out. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people...
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
1st down and 10.
Here we go. 180.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Here we go. Back man. 280. We own it.
The final shot before half for Wentz. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
To throw, it's Wentz. Dixon, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
Two-jet. Bravo.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback when he delivers the ball.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Go. 20. Let's go. 46 down, man. 5-4.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And that is caught. What a grab at the 8. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
First down and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, we're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Mahomes going to throw. Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 31-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside at 2 minutes to go now in the third.
Brings us 2nd and 5 at the Eagles' 26-yard line.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
2nd and 5 now. Mahomes. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start the drive with Dixon. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 36 yards on the play.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Now on 2nd and 13. Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Again, it's Wentz. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Let's go, defense. Our time. Our time.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That ball complete to Isabella. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 28. And some space here. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they're still dented them, and now it's been...
And he's in! Touchdown, Eagles! In for the score! And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. That, of course, all set up by the big run on the play prior. They took advantage right away with a touchdown throw.
And you mentioned advantage, probably taking advantage of their natural instinct after that previous play to be aggressive and rush towards the line of scrimmage. And instead, they were vulnerable to the pass.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Go. Let's go.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmaker.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. This one caught by Isabella. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Mahomes, throw left side, complete to Isabella. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now Mahomes. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And they're able to up.
Makes the score Eagles 45.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. They'll take over. First down and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again. Samuel. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. And an alley to run. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now a desperation throw deep, and this is taken in at the 5. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Go. Mike, you ain't doing nothing today.
On 2nd down, it's Dixon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. On 3rd and short, it's Dixon. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
Result of the play, first down and 10.
Here we go. Waiting.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. As an inside linebacker, got to be a little bit more poised.
No doubt about it, because they get a little bit of flexibility, especially when they're trying to stuff a gap. You know, we get that double A gap look. This time he got too eager and got too deep into the backfield.
At their own 20-yard line.
Right, 57. Let's go, Lou, ready. Shift.
One final try for Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has on this